Hey everyone, my name is Sarah if I haven't met you before. In this shorter Vinyasa practice, we are working towards our Hanumanasana, otherwise known as our monkey pose or our splits. We actually haven't done this asana in a while, so I'm really excited to be able to explore it with you. We're going to be opening through the hamstrings and hip flexors and quads mostly today, but we're also going to be strengthening these parts of the body. When we're wanting to access a deeper range of motion with any movement, not just our monkey pose, we not only have to focus on the flexibility, but we also have to focus on the strength of the opposing muscles. And I'll talk us through that more when we get to it, but just have that in the back of your mind. One more thing before we begin to move. We are hosting a 14-day meditation challenge over on our Patreon account at the beginning of July. I've been studying meditation for almost a year now, and I'm really excited to share what I've learned about the practice and about the little things that have popped up for me along the way. So this is perfect for you if you're wanting to start your meditation journey or wanting to develop it. And I'll leave the link down below, and I'll include a 50% discount code for your first month. All right, let's get started in a Vajrasana, a kneeling position. So sink your hips down onto your heels. I should mention, if you had two blocks nearby, then please feel free to bring them in, but no stress if not. And you might like to keep your hands on your lap, or you can bring your hands around your ribs so that the thumbs are kind of coming behind you and your forefingers are coming in front of you. As you inhale, can you feel your ribs push out into your hands? And as you exhale through the nose, can you feel the ribs close back towards each other? Inhaling through the nose, filling up the lower belly, the lower ribs, and maybe the top of the chest. Exhaling through the nose, feeling the belly soften, the ribs close, the chest soften. And just take a couple more breaths like this in your own time. Maybe you even constrict the throat for your Ujjayi pranayama, creating that wave-like sound that's going to help slow your breath down, help you retain control of your breath, which links in with our body, helping us to soften. Let's go one more breath, making this the slowest breath that you've taken today. So maybe it takes 10 seconds to fill up to the top. And maybe 10 seconds to empty out the lungs. Nice job. Open up the eyes. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's go for a few rounds of our cat and cow. Inhaling to drop the belly down, look forward, lift up the tailbone. As you exhale, round through your back. Tuck the chin in. Inhale, scoop the belly down, squeeze the shoulder blades, extending the spine. Exhaling to curl the spine, finding flexion. Couple more rounds in your own breath. And maybe you move side to side, moving your ribs, moving your hips. One more breath. Take your hands a little further forward than what you had just then. Tuck onto your toes, hover your knees just off the ground. Puff up through your upper back, protracting your shoulder blades. Big breath in. As you exhale, lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. You might like to peel out your feet here. Dropping one heel down. Dropping the other heel down. Shifting hips from side to side, starting to create some more length down the back of the legs, through the hamstrings, the calf muscles. Relax the head, maybe you shake the head no, nod the head yes. And then find a moment of stillness, grounding the hands, pushing your chest a little closer towards your thighs, a little tuck of the ribs, soften the knees, heels press in the direction of the ground. Breathe in, sweep your right toes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, roll forward, right knee to right elbow. Step the right foot outside the right hand. Inhale as you reach your right hand high, twisted lunge. As you exhale, right elbow comes down to the ground. I just heard my back crack. That was awesome. Bring the right hand down. Inhale. As you exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Let's try that on the other side. Inhale, sweep the left toes high, three-legged dog, square the hips. Exhale, roll forward, left knee to left elbow. Step the left foot outside the left hand. Inhale, reach the left hand high. As you exhale, left elbow in the direction of the ground. Drop the hips. Inhale, left hand plants on the inside of the foot. As you exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Right toes high, inhale. Exhale, roll forward. Step it wide, inhale, twist. Right hand directly above the shoulder. Exhale, elbow in the ground. Inhale, lift up. Push your hands down, brace core as you exhale, step back, downward facing. Left toes high, inhale. Exhale, roll forward. Connect the knee and then step it wide. Inhale, twist. Exhale, elbow down. Inhale, place the left hand. How quietly can you step your left foot back? A few more times in your own breath, one breath per movement. Starting to get the muscles a little warmer. Connecting our movement with the breath. Really fill out the breaths here. Okay, keep moving, keep extending and expanding. Okay, let's go one more each side. Looking up to your thumb as you inhale, twisting. Exhale, keep your back leg as long as you can as you lower the elbow. Eventually coming back to downward facing dog. Going to get into a longer sequence here, but we're going to start off the same way. Inhale, right toe sweep high. Exhale, roll forward, right knee to right elbow. Step the right foot out. Inhale, right hand sweeps high. Twist the chest, open the heart. Exhale, right elbow in the direction of the ground. Let's try that again. Inhale, lifting high. Push the left hand down. Exhale to rotate. Let's go 3 more. At any point, you can bring your left knee down to the ground as well. Holding at the bottom. If you've got your right elbow down on the ground, see if you can bring the left elbow down as well, finding lizard lunge. If you're not quite there, then having a block or 2 blocks underneath your elbows are great. Otherwise, you can totally stay up on the hands. One more option if you want is to rock back and forward. So coming high onto your toes, shifting your weight forward, and then driving your heel away. Let's try that about 3 more times. Hug the right knee in towards the right shoulder. It's really going to get the adductors active. All right, hold. Option here, lift the elbows off the ground. Just a centimeter. Get active through the back toes, one more breath. Whew. Bring the hands down, wow. Knee comes down. Shuffle your right foot in a little more. Okay, this is where having 2 blocks nearby is handy. Just bring them to the side of your mat for the moment. Hanumanasana, inhale as you lift your hands up high, little back bend. As you exhale, active half splits. Shift your hips back, lengthen your front leg. Inhale to bend, open up. Exhale, shift back. 3 more in your own breath. Hinging from the hips as you shift your hips back. Soft bend in the knee. 1 more. Okay, bend your right knee again, but you're going to stay a bit more upright. So hips kind of roughly over your knee. Option to put something underneath your knee here, so like a blanket or something else. You might have a little shift forward of your hips. Option to bend your left knee, taking your left hand around to hold. If you're feeling pretty open, maybe right hand as well. So you're getting a little bit more of the quadricep here. Little tuck of the tailbone, squeeze the glutes slightly. Finding those deeper breaths into the sides of the ribs and the lower belly. 1 more. All right, lower the left foot down. Maybe you grab those blocks nearby, bring them beside you, coming back into your monkey pose. Maybe you shift from side to side, imagining like a window wiper with your toes. Moving your hips around, making sure you're not locking out the right knee. 1 more breath. Come back through center. We're going to practice a couple of cat and cows in this position. They're not going to look like what we did before, but you're just going to imagine it in your spine. So inhale, kind of drop the belly down, look forward, and then as you exhale, round your back. Inhale, arch your spine, look up. Exhale to round. Let's go 1 more. At any point, you can bring your hands up a little higher. Okay, come back through center. This time, you're going to try lift your right foot off the ground. Okay, so strengthening through the hip flexors. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, push your hands down and then try lift your foot off. Holding for about 5 seconds. Protract your shoulder blades. 1 more. Nice, bring the right knee back down. You might have gotten a cramp in your right leg, that's totally okay. Keep your hands planted, tuck onto your left toes, and then hover your left knee off the ground. Okay, option to stay here. If you felt like a little more, try lift your hands off. Maybe you even sweep them back. That's challenging. Let's go 1 more breath. And then pyramid pose. Lengthen both legs. Hop your left foot in a little more. Plant the left heel down. Dive your chest forward. Okay, let's go one more breath. Inhaling to lift up. As you exhale, fold. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. Use your next breath in. Lift all the way up through standing. Arms come over your head. As you exhale, hands come behind your hips, interlace fingertips, pull your knuckles down. Try press the palms towards each other. One more breath in, open up. As you exhale, shift your weight forward into your right foot, warrior three. Lift your left foot. And you might stay here if you felt like a little more. Try dive the chest down. You're using the strength of the glutes and the left hamstring to lift the foot up a little higher. You can always bring the hands down for more support. Let's go, one more breath. Inhale, lift the left knee up, stork pose, maybe hands stay behind the back. As you exhale, option to extend your left foot out, holding for an extra breath. Bend the left knee, inhale. As you exhale, left foot comes down. Release the hands by your sides, Tadasana. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, optional vinyasa, or you can skip it out. So stepping back through your plank, maybe moving through your chaturanga, maybe a cobra or upward facing dog. Using your exhale to come back to downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to do that sequence one more time on the other side. Sweep your left toes high, inhale. Exhale, roll forward, left knee to left elbow. Sweep the left foot outside the left hand. Inhale, left hand high. Exhale, left elbow lowers. Inhale, open up. Exhale, come down. Okay, 3 more in your own breath. Remember, you can always bring the right knee down for support. Holding the elbow at the bottom. If you're able to get your left elbow down, your right elbow might join as well. Remember, you can always bring them onto blocks or stay on your hands. Hug your left knee towards your left shoulder. Maybe you stay here or breathe in as you shift your weight forward, come high onto your back toes. As you exhale, you shift back. Let's go 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Really getting into the left hip here, the groin, as well as the right hip flexors. Maybe you stay elbows on the ground. If you felt like more, hover the left, or hover both elbows off the ground. Hug the left knee in. Get high in your back toes. 1 more breath. Whew. Place the hands down. Right knee comes down. Shuffle your left foot in. Okay, untuck your back toes for the moment. Breathe in as you lift your arms up, Hanumanasana, maybe a little back bend. As you exhale, hinge your hips back, sweep your hands back. Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Okay, let's go about 3 more in our own breath. Thinking left hip back, right hip forward. Ooh, my right knee is chatty today. You know, when your joints just make really funny noises, they don't hurt, it's just, they just click. All right, let's come into a lunge again, but hips a bit more stacked on top of the right knee. You might have a little shift forward with your hips, but not as much as we were just doing then. You can stay here, you could bend the right knee, maybe right hand comes on to hold, maybe left hand reaches as well. So remember, always the option to bring something underneath your knee here, or if you've got a mat, you can kind of fold it over at the edge. Roll the shoulders open, little tuck of the ribs. Let's go 1 more breath. Release the foot, maybe grab your 2 blocks, bring them either side of your leg, big breath in, shift your hips back, exhale, half monkey. Maybe there's a little twist from side to side with the foot and the hips. And then finding a more neutral spine, cupping into a couple rounds of cat and cow. Remember, maybe hands up a little higher on the blocks will help with this. Inhale, drop the belly. Imagine your cow pose. As you exhale, round the back. Inhale to open. Exhale, round. One more. And this is really teaching us how to hinge from the hips. Nice, come back. We're gonna lift the left foot. Push the hands down, puff up through your upper back, big breath in. As you exhale, lift the left heel off. Nice, lower the left foot down. Shift your weight forward slightly, tuck onto the right toes, hover the right knee off the ground. Find that hinging motion from the hips, pull your belly forward. You can come onto your fingertips. And if you wanted the balance challenge, maybe the hands hover for a moment. Make sure that left knee isn't locking out. Pyramid pose. Inhale, shift your weight forward, little hop. Right heel plants, left toes plant. Exhale, dive it down. You're thinking right hip forward, left hip back. One more breath. Okay, rise up through standing. Inhale, arms come over your head. As you exhale, hands behind the back. Pull the knuckles down, take another breath in. As you exhale, shift forward, warrior 3, right toes sweep high. And then either staying kind of parallel with the ground, or you can dive a little lower, almost towards the standing splits. Use the strength of the right hamstring, the right glute to lift your right foot up. Maybe you keep the hands bound. Inhale, lift all the way up through standing. Right knee lifts. As you exhale, option to extend the right foot out. Bend the right knee, inhale. Exhale, place the foot down. Release the hands. Rise up, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, final vinyasa. If you want it, that is. Come back to downward facing dog. Okay, let's have a play. Sweep the right toes high, inhale. Exhale, roll forward, right knee towards the nose. Step the right foot in between the hands. Lower the left knee down. Come back into your half splits, your half monkey pose. Okay, you can stay here. If you wanted, you could try slide your right foot forward and your left foot back. If you had a pillow or a bolster or some blankets nearby, bringing these underneath your hips can be really useful, so you're supporting your weight. Hands or blocks underneath the hands can also be really useful just to help lift the chest up a little higher. You're thinking left hip forward slightly, right hip back. Maybe even close down the eyes, taking 3 more slow breaths here. Each breath helping you to soften. Push yourself up. Maybe you slide your right knee back, come into child's pose for a moment. Hips towards the heels, otherwise option to stay seated. Finding a balance between strength and softness. Bring your hands forward. Let's come back into downward facing dog. Try that on the other side. Sweep the left toes high, inhale. Exhale, roll forward. Knee to nose. Step the foot through, lower the right knee down, shift the hips back. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you slide the left foot forward, right knee back. And so we've got our opposing muscles here. We're not just opening the left hamstring and the right hip flexors. You're also using the strength of the left hip flexors to get your left foot a little higher. You're also kind of using the strength of the back hamstring and your glute to get the right leg up a little higher. Soften the jaw. And soften the eyebrows, taking another 3 slow breaths. This time we're just going to roll onto our left hip and slide our right foot around. We're just going to finish with 1 minute in stillness. You might like to be seated, you might like to be rolling on your back. Likewise, if you have any final wriggles, final movements you'd like to take before we close our practice together, go for it. So softening the eyelids, noticing the breath. And maybe, just maybe, you can feel into a sense of life force, of prana. We all have it. And whenever we move our body, we activate it a little more, we expand it. And so maybe you feel that a little bit right now. And just know that you can stay in this stillness for as long as you'd like. If this is where you'd like to finish your practice, thank you so much for being here, for moving your body, for connecting potentially with something a little deeper than what we can see. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Thank you, my friends. I can't wait to be with you on the next one, whether that's here on YouTube or on Patreon. See you next time.